Hey guys, what's happening? Today I am going to make a list, top 10 list of my personal 10 favorite designer fragrances. They're all designers, and I think these fragrances in my book, these get all 10 out of 10 score. Some for their sheer smell, some for their performance, some for their legacies, and some for their, uh, versatility and whatnot. So in my books, these are the top 10 most perfect fragrances, 10 out of 10. So I have three honorable mentions. I'll start with three honorable mentions. These three are all three fantastic scents, but didn't make the cut for top 10 because to be in the top 10, it has to be very special as far as I am concerned. Okay, so here's my first honorable mention. This is actually one of my very favorite designer scents from the house of Calvin Klein. They do have a lot of bottles, but then not so many genius scents that came out and to be actually remembered, But this, I think, is one of the more solid releases, and then it lasts very long time, smells very flirty and then boozy and very attractive and very solid, unique scent. Okay, so here we go. My honorable mention number one, Secureville, guys. This fragrance, I will review it very soon, and it's a huge bottle actually, and the smell wise, it's very unique. So it's in my list to be reviewed. So one of my favorites in Secureville. Okay, for honorable mention number two, this is Dolce & Gabbana, the one EDT. I went with the original one because I think the smell actually, to me, smells much nicer than the EDP, which is not projecting that nicely, which happens for the most of the case for EDP versions. But this actually, even this smaller bottle, you see almost my juice is almost halfway down. I wear this when it's not that hot, and the smell in the boozy, not boozy, I think it's a cigar sort of a scent, and it's a bit of tropical fruit punch kind of sweet, and very unique scent, very rich smelling fragrance. So this, just for the smell, even though it doesn't last that long, maybe 2 to 3 hours on my skin, this is a beautiful creation. I mean, I haven't tried the pure malt, or pure Havana rather, from Thierry Mugler, but I'm pretty sure the pure Havana would be smelling a cigar somewhat in a similar way. So it's one of my favorites. I give this honorable mention just for the smell of it. Beautiful smell, guys. Alright, so my final honorable mention would be, I mentioned this in my top 10 favorite fragrance of all-time designer, Versace Dreamer, the Dreamer. This is the dreamy scent, and it has the artistic aspect, and Versace's, in my opinion, humble opinion, Versace, if they created something really, really great and immortal, this is the bottle. I showed you the bottle before, the way it's constructed. It's a piece of art, the way every single detail, the keys around, the sprayer, even it sticks out, the Versace logo, the see-through juice. It has the sweet tobacco note. Very, very nicely done, and in the designer game, this is one of the hidden gems. I mean, not many people are aware of it. If you like romantic scents and little bit of, like on the winter side, and you want something to last, I think this, you can look into this. This is lavender as well, and a little bit of woodsy ending and all. Just for the smell itself, you can get this, and the thing is, as a bonus, you get the performance. So it comes into my special mention, honorable mention. So number 3. So let's get into the real top 10 list actually. Okay, I'll put this back a little bit. All right, so I'll start with number 10. Starts with a tie. For me, these two, I put them in a tie because of one common factor. Both of them smell awesome. They smell out of this world, and they're very beautiful scents. One is winter, more towards winter. Other one is more towards the summer. But both of them are really gorgeous scents. You cannot really hate the smell. At least as far as I'm concerned, majority of the people, they're gonna love this. I'm gonna show you side by side. One, two. These two made, both of them are my most favorite designer fragrance of all time. In short, the reason I mentioned this before, the neroli note. There are very few fragrances in designer game. I smell the neroli note. Even I prefer this over the Chanel Allure Homme Sport, which is a bit more powdery and then a bit more longer lasting, and the cost a little bit more, but that was not my reason. My reason was to buy this one was the smell is really beautiful. It doesn't last that long, which is the same case with this, and this actually is a buy for me, based on, I think, one lady on YouTube, I forgot her name. She mentioned her review, Natalie Patel. Yeah, that's right, Natalie Patel, this lovely lady. The way she described the smell and also Mark's review really motivated me to buy this, and I do agree. I smelled everything from Burberry. This was my favorite from Burberry's line. All right, so both of them short-lived, but as long as they're on your skin, you're going to enjoy like nothing else. So number 10. Okay, number 9 comes, actually these are not in particular order, all of them are beautiful, so they all get perfect 10 score for me, so I'm just showing them randomly, right? So these are not coming into in any order. Number 9, guys, as I told you before many times, Dior's Fahrenheit, timeless classic, a masterpiece, as Mark says all the time. The creation of this, the idea of this, I really wish these days people are making fragrances, the designer houses, they make something like this, the conceptually, not exactly this, but something unique. When people were making fresh fragrances back in the time when this was released, they had this one trend going, and this came and changed the whole apparent scenario. So for me, Dior's Fahrenheit, it's going to be classic forever, even though they changed the bottle and all. So this is a relatively newer formulation, 2014 or 15, I'm not sure. But the smell, it's really, really great. It lasts very long time. Every stage, as I said, it's very pleasant to smell. The opening, the petroleum gasoline note, it's for a rugged man, people who are doing outdoor activities, and you're smelling a little bit of mobile leaking or some smokes coming out. This this is something unique. If you are into really seriously fragrance game, you should keep this in your collection just for the sheer beauty of it. All right, so my number 9, Dior's Fahrenheit. Next one, I haven't brought this in the focus just of yet, and I haven't reviewed it. It's one of the most solid scents in its criteria. It's this clean laundry, fresh smell, handsome smell, and then high class. Like when you think of few brands like Cartier or Prada, or you think like Bulgari, so these are very high class sort of brands. They give that image. So this is one of the houses from Prada, and this is one of my favorite scents in this genre, like laundry detergent, not detergent, laundry, clean, fresh. You just did the fresh laundry, and then handsome, and it lasts very long time. This is Prada Amber Pour Homme, the original one, the EDT. So this one I have a smaller bottle because I just wanted to try it first. So I should have bought the bigger bottle. The bigger bottle actually is a bit longer, and this metal plate would be a little higher up, and it looks nicer than this, I must admit. But the smell of this, guys, if you spray on it, initially it will smell like very fresh, clean, and then something like you just finish your laundry, and then the freshness of it, but then slowly it turns out to be a bit more spicier. It gets spicier as time passes by, and it lasts very long time. It's very good value for your money. All right, so this is one of the high class scents, I would say, and also smells like a very rich hotel would have a bar of soap or something like that. So it will smell like like very high class pricey bar of soap. So this, for that reason, in that class, I chosen this over many other similar sort of scent, but this, nothing beats this, guys. Love this, Prada Amber Pour Homme. All right, so number 7 comes, as I mentioned also, again, this is not in particular order, so don't think this is like so like way down in the list. It's not. It's actually one of the best scents, obviously my recent purchase, but I think this is solid, and it gets a 10 out of 10 for a reason. It performs it does everything it was intended to do. It has the performance, it has the freshness, it has the whole year long kind of you can spray this all year long, and then this could be your signature scent if you're very young and youthful and happy and clean. So this is definitely one of the solid scents. So just because of that, maybe not for it's not a complex scent, guys, by any way. This is simplicity at its best. Okay, and then you're going to smell fantastic for a very long time. Dior Sauvage. This I have the 60 ml bottle here because it was a gift for me, and if I said it before, if I purchased this myself, I would have gotten the biggest bottle, if 200 ml, yeah, because this is one of the few fragrances I don't have to worry about picking up, or worry about the day, for the rest of the day. I'm just gonna pick this up, even if I want to carry it with me, because it's a smaller bottle I can, and then I can smell. I can reapply this as well. It's not very heavy or musky or anything like that. It's very fruity, fresh summer scent with this marine vibe. It's not salty, but sort of like a summer day, fruity, fresh, clean vibe. So it serves that purpose, and it justifies that purpose itself. So 10 out of 10 again. All right, next is another favorite of mine. This is my another recent purchase, because I really wanted this fragrance, and this has one of the most unique and most beautiful solid heavy bottles as well. And the smell is, if you can think of aquatics and marine sort of vibe and theme, this beats the rest of the competition in my book, because this one actually is the performance, the smell, the compliments wise, this nothing there are very few fragrances that can beat this. All right, so Acqua di Gio Profumo, the black bottle with the silver kind of combination, and actually it's, even though the bottle is black, but you can really see the juices moving inside and stuff, and you can see how much you have left. This is a 75 ml bottle, there's another 125 ml. Maybe in future, if this is finished, I'll get this, but this smells really fantastic, guys, just for the smell, and also the added bonus, the performance and the compliments. This gets 10 out of 10 in my books. Next, I always do it like this, without describing or explaining. I'll put it like here. Everybody knows what this is. If you don't know, if you're not familiar with this is a sexy man. It's for the night, and it has all the sexy elements, and you're going to get all the possible attention you seek from the ladies if you're seeing someone, or you want to see someone, or you are trying to meet someone. And if you're well dressed and you have a good personality, pleasant guy, and then if you want to smell sophisticated, little bit flirty and sensual and sexy man, this should be in your collection, guys. I wanted this for a very long time. This was one of the, for designers, it's on the higher side of the price, and I somehow always skipped it, and then I always kept it in my book, to buy later, and I finally got it, and every single time I wear this, I never feel disappointed. This is a sexy date scent, guys, and this one, the performance is in the middle of the road for me, because this is 2014 formulation, and the whole presentation, I told you before. Let me show you the cap. It's a very nice cap, and the bottle is very classy. So it's like simplistic. I open the bottle, I can smell it. It's beautiful scent, and the way it's constructed, it looks very nice, and this is one of the sexy beasts in your collection. You must get this, guys, over L'Homme, Libre, and the L'Homme itself, and they have Sport and other collections, Cologne. To me, I tried all of them scents, but I bought this first. So yeah, this is perfect 10 out of 10 in my book. Okay, moving forward, we have this one. As I told you, this is not a top 10 list, so otherwise it would have maybe come number 1 or number 2, but these are all top 10, so they're all equally good. Dior Homme Intense, guys, the sexiest of them all. I am married to this baby, and my only regret of this fragrance, I didn't get a bigger bottle out of this. All right, There's nothing that smells like this. There's iris, cacao, and for night purpose like clubbing and maybe some special up class events, you can wear this. Okay, if you haven't tried this, go and smell this. If I could have given like 11 out of 10 or 20 out of 10, Durham Intense gets it. All right, next comes this is actually recent purchase for me, but I have been owning this, the sample of EDT and EDP of this fragrance for a very long time, and I'm very familiar with this fragrance. And this, honestly speaking, this is one of the safest blind buys ever, and this is why this was built. This fragrance was built because of that. People who want to smell nice spend a little bit more on the designers, and then one fragrance serves all purposes. A little bit on the mature side, but everyone can wear it alike. And this is one of the best offerings from this house, and most popular one as well. And this is the EDT version, which projects better for me, so I got this, and I'm really happy I have this in my shelf. 10 out of 10 for me because of ladies' reactions, for the performance, for the smell. It doesn't perform as well as this, but it's not far off. Bleu de Chanel, really unique and beautiful bottle, just like the Accordici Profumo. It's kind of dark, and maybe it's a dark blue or black, I'm not sure, with a magnetic cap. Okay, and very simplistic design, but it's meant for the time frame. I think this is timeless, classic kind of a scent. It's going to be in the shelf for people for a very long time. So the way they built it, it's not gonna get dated. All right, so Bleu de Chanel, beautiful scent, guys. 10 out of 10 for what it is. Coming to final two, the first one I'm going to put, it's the, you can call this as a dumbbell or maybe device for working out or so. I mentioned this before, one of my signature scents, one of the more masculine scents, most beautiful bottle presentation, and the pure sheer man, urban kind of a gentleman feel. This is, in my book, 10 out of 10 easily. I don't even have to think, I don't have to worry about anything else. I don't care what people say. This is 10 out of 10 for me, guys, and it should get more love, more by, I don't know, people should try this a bit more, and I mean, this should get more fame. I don't know, I don't get this why it doesn't get. It has two other flankers out, but I love this the most. I tried the other two, but this is really a beauty. This is like a masterpiece, if I may. This is a fragrance from the house of Dunhill. Came in my top 10. Dunhill icon, guys. I told you what I think of this shortly, and I told you in brief in my top 10 what it smells like. It starts with a little bit of lemon. It has a lot of other notes. They all generate to make a very masculine, at the same time not egoistic or arrogant kind of a gentleman. Very confident and sophisticated gentleman. Maybe you can imagine, maybe because it's house of Dunhill, which is from UK, so you can imagine maybe living in London and then a little bit of cool weather, and you're wearing this. You have a nice leather bag, and you're wearing nice overcoat, well dressed with a muffler, with a hat maybe. If you can imagine that, that's what Dunhill icon smells like. 10 out of 10 in my books, easily, any day. The last one, this. Every time I look at this bottle and I think of the smell, it makes me smile. The most romantic fragrance in my collection, most unique rose-based scent, and this is going to be in my rotation forever. I think the fragrance itself, the bottle, the house, the notes, there is nothing that smells like this in my collection. Maybe in the market, because I don't own everything. So whatever I have in my collection, the 100 bottles, this is special to my heart. I would carry this anywhere I go. I'm not gonna travel without this fragrance. This is for dates. This is for intimate occasions. Maybe you were behind the closed door, behind the bedroom doors and stuff, if you know what I mean. So if you are, if you think of something like love, this is what love should smell like. This is like at the rose garden, if you guys already know what I'm talking about. The Cartier Declaration d'Uns for. I bought a lot of fragrances based on just first sniff, and then I ended up liking some of them, not liking some of them. Some of them are okay, but this baby, even before I bought this, I knew I was gonna love this because of the things people say. Sai, Fragboy Stewie, the way he speaks about this, and Al, and some other fragrance reviewers who talk about this. This, even if you make a top 5 list as Sai did, he made a top 5 rose-based scent, and this came out of all the niche. This came as only designer. So you can see, I mean, this you pay around a little bit over 100 US dollars for this, the bigger bottle. The smaller one you maybe pay like 70 to 80 bucks. But then whatever price you pay, guys, forget about the bottle design, which I really love and all, and the company, this juice inside, this you cannot put like a mark to it, like 10 out of 10 or something. This is 100 out of 10, guys. This is the most romantic scent I think I ever came across in the designer. And then this easily is, I mean, to me, and then I cannot imagine, it's very hard for me to imagine people will hate this. This is the most perfect romantic setup. And then if you're a romantic man and you're very I don't know, poetic, or like, yeah, you love poetry and you like good films, you like good food, like steaks and all, you have good choices, and then you are rich. That's it, guys. That's all I can say about Declaration d'un Soir. So that's it. That's my most 10 out of 10 perfect list with at the back the honorable mentions. All of them are my favorite scents. Some of them are for the smell, sheer smell of it, and most of them here, they really perform and they last, and they are good value for the money, the best value for the money you can get. So these are my recommendation for top 10 best and the most perfect designer fragrances. That's all, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and then I hope you keep supporting me like the way you are doing. Everybody have a great day. All right, guys, see ya.